What the heck is going on today, guys? I wanted to follow up on a couple of herbicide applications to show you what you could expect from spraying these herbicides. This one got Tenacity on it last week. You can see like that white spot right there and white stuff all down in there. It doesn't show up as good on camera as it does in real life, but there's little white spots all over it. I'm going to show you some close-ups on some of these weeds and let's see what we're doing to them. Stay tuned. Some of these are 1 week after a Tenacity application. There's your sedge, nut sedge, so that's turning white. And I don't know if all of these, I don't know if we're gonna get full control on them, but everything that it said on the label it would eradicate, it has had some effect on it. Again, we're gonna do 3 applications of this, so maybe 3 applications, and the timing of the year, some of these warm season weeds will not have time to recover from this. Not sure, but there's a sedge, some Bermuda grass, just bleaching the color out of it. It just kind of dings the tip on that Bermuda grass. No way it's controlling that. A goose grass. Look at this bad boy. Some of these goosegrass plants took a pretty sustained. There's a younger one, less tiller, less leaves, and that one's done. These, will they recover? I don't know. These aren't, but some like it might. It's right here. Buttonweed. Definitely bleaching them out. A crabgrass plant. See where it's whitening those out. Crabgrass. It dings it. It's right here, some kind of aquarium plant or something. I don't know. I guess that's foxtail. But got some action on that too. Maybe 3 subsequent applications will have something worthy on it. There you go, a little bit of Tenacity results. I'll show you some in the lawn. I don't know how the rolling around in the lawn footage from carrying the phone over looks. Kind of makes me dizzy, but anyway, I'll show you some. Hang tight. Okay, here's crabgrass in the turf. White tips, lots of pine cones. We had a hurricane blow through here last week. We couldn't get all these pine cones up today. We're working on it over time, man. Be patient. All right, you can see white tips all out there on different kinds of targeted weeds. So there's this one for the before and after, because if the last video I put up had this yard in it where I actually sprayed the Tenacity, you get to see it. See what it does. Anyway, I think that's pretty much the way to go, because Tenacity has the pre and post emergent effect, and it seemed to do something to every weed that I was targeting out there. So in fescue and I got some Centipede I'll show you too. In fescue and Centipede, it seems to do the trick, and plus it'll have the pre-emergent capabilities. So I think that's a no-brainer to go out with at seeding, leading up to seeding, following seeding on your fescue. Also, I shot some stuff earlier in the week. Well, I guess it's Sunday now, so it was actually earlier last week. But Bermuda yard, I sprayed it with Monument, and I'll try to stick that footage in here too somewhere eventually. But I'm gonna show you some Centipede sprayed with Tenacity first. Okay, here's some Centipede. That's Lesbadeza, #1 most favorite weed for Centipede for some reason. But definitely yellowing those tips, whitening those tips out on that Lesbadeza. If it's permanently gonna get it, I can't tell you, but it dinged it up. And there's the Centipede. You see the white out in it where it got the undesirable stuff, and the Centipede seems unharmed, unfortunately. There was some Bahia grass in this. Let me see if I can find a Bahia grass. Here's a Bahia grass. In 1 week, I'm not seeing a lot of results on that. Maybe a little bit of the colors falling out of it, but I don't know. We'll wait and see what we're looking like in a couple of weeks, and then again after a few applications of it. But there you go. Okay, nothing too over the top here. This is a little Bermuda yard. It's got some of this action in it. That is Virginia buttonweed. She's also got some sedges. She had a world-class Dallas grass plant out here that I've been screwing with for about 3 years trying to get rid of. It's finally gone, so it's good news. I think what I'm gonna do is, well, I'm gonna fertilize this too. I've got a little humic and kelp in my tank. The Dallas grass plant was right out there. You might remember it from a video last year where I dug it up and stuck it on my car bumper. But I'm gonna run a little humic and kelp, probably a little monument. There's a lot of sedges and some kalinga in this, and for the buttonweed, there's some pretty decent buttonweed in here. For the buttonweed, I'm thinking I might add a little Speed Zone Southern in there. I think the Speed Zone Southern along with the Monument will do it. Monument will kind of get buttonweed when it's first coming out. It's a little, tends to bounce back on these larger plants like this though. So I'm gonna mix that up and get cracking. Okay, I've got it sprayed and put some fertilizer on it. I'm running low on my Carbon-X, so I use my DX8. But and some humic and kelp and Monument and Speed Zone Southern. We'll check back on it in a couple of weeks and see what we've done with this buttonweed and sedges. I can't see the sedges that good anymore because I mowed them out. Another thing is I just mowed this and sprayed it on the same day. Not ideal, but I'm here. And you see how it looks kind of brown. The top that I cut off of it was nice and green, but this is a every other week mow, and you're just not going to get good Bermuda grass cutting it twice a month. It just doesn't happen. But we'll see what this stuff looks like in a couple of weeks. Go from there. I'm back here. This is 2 weeks following the application I made on it. Hadn't rained a whole lot. It's been pretty dry, and this is an every other week cut on a Bermuda grass yard. So when I got here, it had some nice lush green top growth on it, and then you cut it all off. So every other week mowing on Bermuda grass is not that good. But the point is here that I want to show you some of the results you could expect to see with an application like I made the herbicide. So we sprayed Monument and Speed Zone Southern, going after mainly buttonweed and some sedges. See what kind of results we got. Hang tight. Here is some buttonweed. It's definitely showing some distress. Is that going to recover? I'm not sure. Possibly. This clump right here, probably yes. And through here on the shaded side of the house, I'm not even sure what some of this was, but it tore it up, and there was sedges all in this. Monument, smoked sedge. It gets with it. See all that. Super thin back here. There's more sedges just completely burned down, and then again the lawn is pretty lackluster. I think it's just the mowing schedule mainly. I'll show you something else that I saw from this too. Whatever those were, it took them out. Crabgrass, no dice. Lesbodiza, seriously wounded. Then over here, the neighbor's encroaching St. Augustine grass, super beat up. So do not spray Monument on St. Augustine. All right, got a few things out of it. Really took that sedge out. We haven't had much rain, but we got a bunch coming this weekend, so probably we'll have some decent results next time we come. There was some more buttonweed. It smoked that on down. There was some Lisbondia mixed in there too, but I see some coming back right there. That's definite carnage. Well, there's a couple of different kind of applications on one on a warm season, one on a cool season, and one that you can do on a cool season or a warm season with the you know, the fescue and the centipede. Anyway, that's all I got for today. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll check you out next time. Thanks.